Hello, welcome back to another video. We're doing another Scorpio Scriptures Q&A. If you want to get your questions answered, go to the Scorpio Scriptures on Instagram. We do polls about 2 or 3 times a week where I take you guys' questions, turn them into videos, or compile the good ones into Q&A videos like this. So this Q&A video is going to focus on the Scorpio man questions in relationships, and we have some questions about the universe and how it works. So welcome back to another episode of the Scorpio Scriptures podcast. I'm your host, Master J. This is where we talk about astrology, all things Scorpio related, and the expansion of consciousness. Shameless plug. We now have Healing a Scorpio coming out on paperback. It should be out right now if you hit the link in the description. ScorpioScriptures.com will take you there. And we also have 21 Secrets to Dating a Scorpio on paperback. These are requests that come from you guys that I get on Instagram DMs to turn certain works into products and have questions about certain things. So go ahead and check those out. Those are for you if you want more information about this game of life. So we have 7 questions today. Shout out to thick_mer. She asked many questions, and I'm going to answer most of her questions in this video. They're about Scorpios and relationships. Let's get into it. Number 1. How do Scorpio man sorry, there's a lot of questions. How do Scorpio man behave when they're in love, even if they don't tell you? They probably behave exactly the fucking same, and they'll never tell you anything. And that is why a lot of this channel was created, to help you decipher and understand the language of the Scorpio. About how they act when they're in love, probably exactly the same, and they might never ever tell you. The problem with the placement of the Scorpio is they are on a fixed nature, to be very, very calculated and cool, and to hide their emotions from the world. So to draw out the emotion of love from this man is to understand that you have to have patience, and you have to understand that they're always watching you. So how do you know if they're in love? If they're around you for a prolonged period of time, they probably have some deep and immense feelings towards you, but they won't admit it because that is their nature. And part of understanding a person is understanding one's nature and seeing that for who they are. So how they behave when they're in love? Yeah, you may, I'm gonna be honest, you may never ever know. And part of the woman's job is to give her man a green light to express himself to her. Right? The woman is the magnetic one. She is the one that draws the man to her. The cycle of attraction is complete when the man brings himself to the woman, and the woman can draw the man to him. Right? It is a dance. And with the Scorpio man, it takes quite the woman to fully draw his inner self out. But I would recommend 21 Secrets to Dating a Scorpio. As I break that down for you. What your mama should have told you, everything about what your mama should have told you is in that book. Because if your mama ain't with the Scorpio man, she didn't tell you these secrets, but Jay did. Question number 2. This is a great question. How long does a karmic bond last for? Connection always felt, but we don't speak about it. So some people may be wondering, what is a karmic bond? What is this person even asking? A karmic bond is a relationship. Well, almost every relationship that you have is a karmic bond. But there are relationships that come, especially romantic relationships, that come together for the resolving of karma of both partners. Whether you believe this is the hokey pokey or not, we go through many cycles of reincarnation, life cycles, and almost everyone we have met before, and almost everyone we meet for a reason. We can call this a soul contract on a deeper level, right? It's on a deeper level. So what we call a karmic partner just comes in. They come in and they teach us a lesson. And this lesson may be to have more boundaries. This lesson may be to experience certain things. This lesson may be so they can just mess up our life. Who knows? Certain things. But it can be enjoyable and it can be very familiar. Now, what is this the purpose of this overall? Well, the purpose of life overall is one, to refine yourself, refine your vehicle as a human, to express yourself in a perfect way in the physical plane that is meant for you and God. A contract between you and God to fulfill your soul's mission. Another part is meeting other people to accelerate these levels of consciousness, these levels of understanding, because relationships teach us much about ourselves. Now, I'd like to add, the karmic bond fizzles out eventually, and it teaches us a lesson, and it plateaus, and the healing in the ascension stops. Whereas what we call a twin flame or a true soul counterpart relationship never fizzles out, and it just keeps on going deeper and deeper and deeper. So in the beginning, you may feel a connection, and you might think, oh, this is my person, this is someone that I'm meant to be with ever. Then as it fizzles out and the lessons stop, you think, okay, this is where I can reach with this person. This is a level of ascension I can reach with this person. With a twin flame, the ascension lasts until the end of time, in this lifetime, in the next, and in past lifetimes. So that's the difference. Karmic connection. How long does a karmic bond last for? Until whatever you learn needed to be learned, and naturally they will fizzle out, or naturally they will plateau at a certain level of growth. There's some people you can grow with for a few hours, some people you can talk to for a few days, some people you can talk to a few months, a few years, and there are very few people that can help you grow and you can talk with until the end of time. Question number 3 from Des_do-it-best. Is how does a Scorpio apologize after a wrongful sting? Does it hurt to admit you're wrong? Nah, cause we never wrong. Next. Just kidding. How does a Scorpio apologize? Well, they probably do something like this. They probably yell at you and then sit for like 2 or 3 days and think about what they did wrong. And then, if they have a huge ego, they won't even apologize. But if they are actually what I call evolved and self-aware and away from their own self-destructive natures and tendencies, they can admit that they're wrong and they can apologize to you like a normal functioning human being, human adults, and not some psychopath. But it never hurts if someone is wrong. It really hurts yourself more than the other person to think that I would do such a thing to somebody that I love, right? However, does it admit to hurt you're wrong? Only if you're some unevolved, egotistical jackass. I'm not calling any names here. It starts with a B and ends with a Y. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Shall we continue? Another question from the sponsor of the show, Thick_MER. Does Scorpio man like it when you look back into their eyes in general? And she says, or during sex. Hey man! Why not? What's wrong with a little eye contact? What's wrong with a little eye contact? They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, girl. And you know what the Scorpio man wants? He wants your soul. Not only does he want your soul, he wants to see directly in it. I'm a Scorpio. Let me look right into your eyes. Let me stare at you for 3 million days. Yeah, we like it. You know what I recommend you to do now? This idea just popped in my head as I was staring at the wall, making a face to match my expression. Next time you with your Scorpio, just go and do a staring contest with them. Just stare at them for a little longer and then just see how they respond. Is this a way? Is this a way to get your soul snatched? I don't know. But I think it'd be funny. Just look at him. Staring at you, Mr. Scorpio. What's going on in there with the little eyes? Let's see the pierce the soul. Let me see. Can you look into the abyss? Can you look into the void? The void will look right back. What question was that? Was that number 4? I'd be enjoying this too much. Excuse me, let me take a break. I'm drinking some sugarcane water. That's fresh. They make the sugar cane juicier and they put some lime in it. Sugar cane is very good for the gut. And you know, as Jay always says, trust your gut. Woo! All right. Another question. This was a fantastic question. I answered it on Instagram. The Scorpio scriptures, right? Instagram. Why aren't you there yet? Can't you see you can get your questions answered there instead of having to listen to other people's questions? I know you got questions, and we got answers. She said, Miss Tara, is it Tara? Tiara? I don't know. How to interpret things when the universe puts things in your way and then takes them away. This is question 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, Becky. So, how to interpret these things? The first word that pops into my mind is accountability. Now, I'm not saying like keeping track of your finances. Well, you should do that. Or you know, taking out the trash on a Tuesday night. Well, you should do that. Okay, I guess I am talking about that, but accountability on a holistic level. We are energy bodies, always attracting like energy bodies to us. And I know this is kind of strange to think about because you are the attractor, the attractee, and the tuner of the frequency, always attracting things to yourself at once. Now, why would you manifest something into your life and then that thing vanishes? Oh, there was a shift somewhere. There was a shift in energy and there's a shift in frequency somewhere. Right? The mind is... How I like to view it is the mind is generating this energy field. And this energy field is what holds your reality together. I believe Bob Proctor said, you are a center of divine operation of the universe. And all of us are centers of divine operation of the universe. And we are holding things together through our frequency. And our frequency and our thoughts are changing like a ever-moving kaleidoscope. Everything we think, everything we feel is changing things at a certain way. So something comes into your reality is because you opened the door for it and you felt the having it, and it came to you because it matched you. And then universe took it away because something didn't match. Perhaps it could be a self-limiting belief, a traumatic self-sabotage. Who knows? You know, who knows? There are many reasons to that. But if you want to break it down to what we call the... You know how those people go, according to quantum physicists, everything in the universe exists on atoms and they all come together. So if you want to see everything for the quantum physicist's secret law of attraction, a level of understanding, it is basically something inside of you push that away. And that is for you to determine on a deeper level, right? If you got some Scorpio placements, I recommend Helio Scorpio, 7 Keys to Becoming Evolved Scorpio. You will understand this on a much deeper level with the patterns of self-destructive behaviors and understanding how to identify them and remove them so you can get what I call is consistent manifestations, right? This is a very critical thing. I learned this from my mentor, Mark Houghton. Have any of you guys heard of Mark Houghton? Jamaican dude, sits in the car, talks about lottery winning. Hey guys, how's everybody going? Today we're going to be talking about this. That's Mr. Houghton. That was one of my mentors. Teach about law of attraction, winning the lottery, etc. Very high energy, high frequency guy. However, he had taught me some certain things about my own self-sabotaging behaviors in the past, because I have experience with the same situation that this person's talking about, so I totally understand it. And one of them for me was self-sabotaging in the subconscious mind with business. So I'd always make some progress and then self-sabotage myself and not even know that I was doing it. And he helped me understand this. So this could be a deeper thing I want you to look into, my love, to truly understand this. Okay? We got 2 more questions and we got 2 more answers. I'm reading through the long list. We always have a long list of questions. Sorry if I don't get your questions answered all the time. I think 7 is a perfect number, so I like to do 7 questions. Question from, I think her name is Ellie. I can't remember. I'm seeing her profile picture. Is it me? Does a Scorpio man think of his girlfriend even though he may disappear for a while? Oh, of course. If you're a Scorpio man's girlfriend, he thinks of you all the time. And if he doesn't think of you all the time, you're probably not his girlfriend. Especially men. Men have this internal, natural, wired instinct to where they're just always thinking of their tribe whenever they do something. So let me break this down for you into the mind of not only the man, the tribal Scorpio man that all men share. Right? All men have this wiring in them. So no man is really exempt from this. Men, they function in a tribal mindset. So they always think of things like survival, communication, and providing, protecting. So if you're a man's girlfriend, you're a man's woman, you are pretty much at the top of that list as one of the most important things in his life for him to protect and provide for. So whether men like to admit it or not, almost every action that we do keep the thought of a certain woman in place. So Scorpio man, of course he thinks about you. He just may never talk about it. And these are things where communication and consistency come into to deal with the frequent ghosting tests, etc. You know, you would have to talk to your man about this if you want him to check up on you a little more. And yeah, you know, relationships are all down to communication at the end of the day. But yeah, we thinking of you. Are we thinking of you? What do you think a man's drive to do almost anything in life is? In the book Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, I've said this many times. One of man's deepest desires is to receive the love and attention of the woman of his choice. So if you are the woman of his choice, you're pretty much always on our mind. We might not show you some male masculine thing where we need to appear masculine and not have feelings. I think that's how the new world works, so we feel nothing except everything at the same time. I hope that answers the question. And number 7. Let's get one more question. Alright, this is one of those questions where I need to drink some juice for this. How do the Scorpio man know you are the one for him? Baby, you're the one for me. You are my ecstasy. Is that a song? How does the Scorpio man know you are the one for him? Well, assuming your man is attractive, or the man that you are pursuing is attractive, number one thing that makes men fall in love with you guys, you ladies, that you may not even realize, is time. Man, I am giving out way too many secrets into the male mind for free. You guys have no idea. You guys have no idea the things that I know that most women do not know about how to make a man fall in love, especially a Scorpio man fall in love. Because I am a victim to it to myself. Now, let me tell you something here. What I'm telling you here is for real. How does the Scorpio man know you're the one for him? Number one thing that makes a man fall in love, right? I'm not avoiding the question. I'm just telling you some real shit. Time. Men, we're like kind of stupid and shit, you know? Like, we don't really think of love. Look, okay, girl, listening to this. I know. Look, ScorpioScriptures.com. I do a lot of email coaching, and a lot of the situations I come through are very, very similar. Because most men are hella dumb when it comes to love. I don't want to bash my own race or species, whatever you call us, gender, into oblivion. But I understand this. Most men are idiots when it comes to love. And most women are geniuses when it comes to love. And there are certain things that men excel at that women do not. But love is not one of them. 9 times out of 10, right? So, time is one thing that will make him see that you are the one for him. I'm telling you, time. Men are like, we see a girl, oh, she's pretty, she's hot. We talk to this girl, we go somewhere else and talk to this girl, whatever. But if you're that girl we've known for like 1 or 2 years, you know what? You're different than them. Do you know why? Because you've known us for 1 to 2 years. When many women we just talk to for like 3 seconds and we forget about them. What about that one chick that's been there for 2 or 3 years? She's been by my side, she's been riding, she's always been hovering around. A woman that just sticks around makes a man fall in love with her. That's one of the cheat codes. But when it comes to the Scorpio man, it's a little more. You can't just stick around with the Scorpio man, because he ain't playing them games. You got to stick around and transform and grow with him, you know? As you go through life, it is assume that you will acquire wisdom. Not everybody will acquire wisdom through life. But as you go through in life, are you and your Scorpio man growing together? Can you look at a year ago and 2 years ago that you are different people together? This is how he will begin to know you're the one for him. Now, is this some ploy, some strategy? No, this is simply just observing the facts. Because you can't really ploy or strategize this thing, because if you guys didn't get along, you guys wouldn't be able to be with each other for a couple years anyway. Right? There would be too many toxic things. There would be too many karmic things just pushing you away. So it's a high level connection. Things will begin to come together. How does Scorpio man know you are the one for him? You've been there. And you've been going to war with him, as I always say. Working with his nature. As you are working with his, he should be working with you. And the stars have aligned. There always has to be some fate, some destiny, some higher power, some belief that is ingrained into the Scorpio's mind that this is the one for me. So how did the Scorpio man know you are the one for him? It is fate. At the end of the day, every Scorpio will agree. This, although I have some things to control, there is just some irresistible, magnetic connection that draws me to this woman above all others, because every man truly loves one woman in their life. And if he knows you are the one for him, well, that is fate, that is time, that is patience, that is love, that is persistence, that is transformation, and that is growth. And that is the 7th question. Thank you very much for your time. Woo! Master J, everybody, a fantastic and great and fantabulous show. Shout out to Becky, shout out to Billy, sponsors of today's show. Thank you guys that send me donations, Cash Us, PayPal, all of that. We have now started the Save Becky Fund. So all of your donations and sponsorships actually go to the Save Becky Fund. She has some mental issues, all right? And we are just raising and saving a fund to support her in her journey and endeavors. She has a mental issue. She got Scorpio-itis. And ever since then, man, she hasn't been the same. So thank you guys for all your support going to the Save Becky Fund. And we're going to make a cure for Scorpio-itis. And when this cure comes out, Becky will finally be able to return to her senses and be relieved of her soul imprint from Mr. Scorpio. So shout out to all you beautiful ladies and all my wonderful Scorpio supporters. Thank you very much for your time and for listening. It's your man, Master J, signing out. Peace.